Welcome back to V2 Gaming. My name is Volgraza, and today I'm going to go over the newest update. That would be update number 1.058. They have bug fixes, they have a limited blueprint menu in survival, and of course projector blocks that go along with that. So now it is possible to build blueprints in survival, which they did promise and they delivered. Unlike other games where they're like, oh, we're going to do all this really cool stuff, and then like, oh, you know what, we can't do all those things, or oh, we're just going to release to alpha. Space Steve Knight. Anyway, they are in line with doing good things, and I'm very happy to be playing this game. Probably one of my personal favorite games of all time, just because of the amount of creativity you can do. And this update brings even more creativity and more possibilities. I'm not going to go over too much of the functionality of this particular basically update, because most of the other channels like LSG and Sage have gone over it. I will touch on them, but I'm going to go over the practical applications for these. What does it mean for you as a player? Well, what can you do with these things? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm also going to show you how to use these blocks as well. So let's just jump straight back in. Alright, so you have, of course, the small version and the big version, and there is a reason why I have this big old ship pasted here. One thing I did notice when I was messing around, if you turn, let me turn on this little projector here, and you'll see what I mean. Alright, so now that that's on, we'll have to reset the blueprint, and that's fine. Let's see, control panel, projector. Notice how these are not highlighted at all until you select the blueprint, and we're going to go with this thing here. So, okay, give it a second, little big lag spike, boom, and now it says multiple grids are not supported, only the largest part of it is. So, if you notice, over there I have a manable turret set up with rotors, and right here you can see the rotor part is pretty much gone. I don't know if that's intended, or if they will add that functionality in later, but anything on a rotor is probably not going to show up. I don't know if it's small enough it will, or if it's just so huge that only the biggest part of the ship's going to show up. Probably something to look into. I'm not going to really touch on that for now, but I just wanted to kind of mention that if you have something huge and you have rotors, they're not going to be connected. Now, another really cool thing is when you turn on a block, normally you have for projecting, you have what's called a pivot point. Now, the pivot point, as you can see all the way over there, I modified that one, is where basically the projector is going to project from. So this little dot right here is the block that the projector is going to take up. Alright, so let's turn this block back on and select the projector blueprint for this as well. So let's turn this on. Alright, reactor on, there we go. Blueprints, and we're going to do small red movie ship, this thing here, and okay. Now, as you can see, this that little spot over there is where it is projecting from. Now, you have this, which is the top. So think of this, see that blue line? That's the x-axis. That dash is the green axis, and the red will be any other one. But these two lines you need to worry about are the blue line and the green line. So X is up, and green is this particular way. Alright, and that affects everything. So depending on where your pivot point is and which way the blue line is facing will depend on how your thing is projected. But you can adjust that if you would like. So if we want to change the height, alright, we can go in here, projector, vertical offset, we can increase that, and it will go up. Or we can set it back to 0. Now, something interesting to note, alright, let me pull out my welder, is that these are a guide for building. Not only do they look cool, but you can build with it. However, if it's not connected to this thing down here, it's not going to build. Now, what you can do is build a bunch of blueprints, and now something else I did notice, and I believe this is a glitch, is when you mess around with the connector or the projectors, it turns your basic block over here a blue color. I don't know why it does that, but I've noticed that happen several times, so it is most likely a glitch. And don't worry about that, they will fix it. They have been working on fixing everything, but you can either have the block be connected to this, or have a set of blocks that is connected to the projector up to here. Now notice that when I placed that one block there, that block turned a different color of more solid, basically. So now I can take my welder here and weld this block up. Since I'm in creative, this will pretty much build instantaneously, and of course it gives you a list of all the things you're going to need. Alright, you can also fly down to the projector itself. Okay, control panel, projector, and then the thing that it is projecting tells you what it's going to require, how many blocks it has, and what particular things you're going to need. So it tells you how many conveyors it has, how many rocket launchers, blah blah blah, small blocks, all that kind of thing. Alright? Armor blocks, blocks remaining, build progress, blah blah. It's pretty cool. That is very handy. Now notice these other ones have solidified, so you can build them as well if you'd like. Or if you want, you can just delete them. You know, that's fine too. And as long as the blueprint is not completely built, it'll still stick around. So there's ways around doing that, like they did in the update video. They had an assembly line going that was basically a ship flying off, slowly flying off into the distance, and at a certain point it would build the whole ship, but not all of it would get built, so the blueprint would still stick around, but those parts wouldn't be built, and then you would cut the ship free, and it would just kind of, the ship would move away. It's pretty cool how they did that. So let's go ahead and just turn this projector off. There we go. Now, something else you can do, it's very decorative. Let's say you have a ship and you want to have something cool looking around it. Now you can do that. So let's go to control panel, or let's hop straight into this ship. Press K, go to my projector and turn that on. Select the blueprint, select one ring. Okay. Now notice, and that's going to be a little weird. Let me turn that off real quick. You can turn off the pivot points. There we go. When I go to outside view, I now have this little ring floating around my ship, and it's completely movable. I can move around, and there it is. It's floating around. You know, you could put advertising on the side, right? And you'll notice, though, I have some pub signs over there, and we're going to get into those in just a minute. We're going to fly over here and just kind of go over the aesthetic uses of this particular update. All right, so let's hop out of here. Now, again, you can decorate and spruce up your station by adding in different kinds of things, and this is just more or less a proof of concept. So I'm going to turn these on, but of course I have to select the blueprints again. So one ring there, and this one blueprint, one ring. Okay. All right, now up here, and you can change the position. So even though this particular projector is all the way down here, you can move it to where it's up here next to this, and they'll be doing their thing next to each other and just more or less being aesthetically pleasing. So you could have something look really, really cool and just kind of like an art decorative piece. It's just the possibilities. Oh, I just can't wait to mess with it. I can't wait for Hauka and Saladin to get back. They are on their own vacation. Saladin, I believe, is camping, and Hauka went to go see his family for Thanksgiving as well. I get to go see the rest of my extended family tomorrow, so yay! Alright, so here we go. Let's say you have a pub, right? And you want to sign. Well, we can do that. So press K, side projector, and I've already set up the settings for myself. I can turn this on, blueprint, and then I can go to pub sign, which is this particular one. Press OK. Alright, and you'll see there's a big pub sign here on the side, and I built this out of small parts using the small to large, or large to small rotor thing like I did over there. Alright, and then if, say, you want to sign in the front, but you don't want it to be that freaking huge, I also have the letters mod installed down here, you can see, and it is compatible with the projector as well, so press K. Doorway, turn this on, blueprints, small pub sign, press OK, and boom, there you go. It's a little sign straight up right in front of the thing. It looks really, really cool. And you can also place it in front of blocks you couldn't normally place stuff in. All right, and I don't think you can make it stick out of the wall, but that's okay. Right there is perfectly fine. And as you can see in here, these particular things are set up to be farther away, and I made sure it was perfectly set up just fine. All right. So that pretty much covers this particular update. As you can see, the possibilities are quite endless, and blueprint, I should say, holograms will cover up other holograms, so do keep that in mind. You could also use that to your advantage. Or you could, make some kind of scary haunted house where a player will come along and, activate a blueprint, or a piston that moves a hologram into place, or use it to make hologram scary eyes, or who knows what. Oh gosh, the possibilities are endless. So I want to thank you guys again for stopping by and checking out the update. Let me know what you guys are going to build in the future, or how you're going to use this. That would be really cool. And maybe you share a link down in the description to your creation. And thank you again, as always. Be good.